Hopefully everything is recording properly. I hope the audio is good. Just wanted to hop on real quick and talk about some stuff I'm working on. I've had some ideas. I think my mic is peaking a little bit. Let me adjust that real quick. Alright. I've just had some ideas for some projects that I really want to work on sometime this year. I haven't really had time to really structure them out though. So I just kind of wanted to spitball some ideas real quick just to have them out there. Because I'm passionate about filming things and making sure all of the creative liberties I take is sufficient enough to actually make a coherent story. I just adjusted my mic again. I wanted to just talk about some stuff. Like, there's a lot of projects that I was working on over the last few years that it's like I was kind of telling a story about myself and being really lonely and anxious and sad and not really knowing my own identity. So I wanted to make like a kind of sort of like documentary kind of short film-esque type thing about what it was like for me to grow up and grow into the person that I am, because it's like, although that's kind of been done before, it's like I am a firm believer that everyone is unique, everyone has their own stories to tell, and I wanted to do that myself. Not really kind of like a biopic or anything, but I wanted to make like a fictionalized version of myself, but told in a way that kind of showcases what I perceived life as growing up. Because it's like, although it wasn't all too bad or anything, I had a lot of really bad moments in my life that I could exaggerate and I could make larger than life. It's like I've already kind of like thought about it in my head to like a point where like I'm starting to write the script on it. I was talking with a few people about the idea of it, but I need to figure out a way to execute it. Like, I need to get people involved, I need to hire actors, I need to hire like musicians, I need to hire like all these people to tell the story that I want to tell. Because like, if I'm going to tell my story in my own way, I'm going to need to hire like kids to play a younger version of myself and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's like that. I feel like I should probably not make that my main priority, but it is an idea that I've just had for a really long time. And if I don't do it while I'm younger and I have these ideas in my head, then I don't know if I'll ever get around to it, because I started thinking about these things earlier this year, like I want to say like January, because I was struggling creatively to like make stuff that I was really passionate about and really happy with, because I can make a bunch of shit that may or may not be good, and I can just put it out there and say that I did it. But if I'm not creatively satisfied with the things I'm making, what is the point? That is something I've always struggled with. And although that could just be like a thing that not many people experience, it's something that I've always struggled with. Because I started writing a short story, I want to say last year, and it was kind of a science fiction / like slice of life type of story. I might talk about it someday, but I started writing it, and it was kind of just like a idea I had that kind of spiraled into like real world, like kind of politics and ideology and stuff. But I was taking a lot of like inspiration and references and all these things, and I was kind of like combining them all into one thing, kind of like in a conglomeration type thing. And like I really want to make that into like a whole like its own like whole like media empire type thing. I might have talked about this at one point, but it's like I wanted to make it into like a novel and a movie and a video game and a comic book and all this stuff. Like I have so many dreams and like goals to like do as much as I possibly can, and I feel like that might be like the most potential out of anything. But like I said, it's all about execution, and I'm horrible at executing stuff. I can never really profess my vision fully. It's either like either I don't explain it well enough, or like there's certain like factors that come into play where it's like either I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough resources, or I don't have enough money, or whatever. It's always been something I've ran into, and I'm really hoping that someday, hopefully soon, I can finally say that I'm able to make something that I want to really make. Like, because I was making stuff for other people for literal years. It's like, even before 2022, when I started making content regularly, I was making stuff for other people because people were asking me to make stuff. And I wasn't really happy with it. What I was doing was not creatively satisfying because I was kind of bending my knee to other people. So it's like I just need to create something that I want to make. And if I don't want to make something, I'm just not gonna make it. It's something in my brain that I've always thought about. It's stuff that normally people don't really think about and then latch onto for a really long time. But it's something I'm really passionate about. So it's like I'm currently in the writing phase of that. But I'm struggling to actually outline it like in a cohesive manner, because in a sense I'm kind of writing it in a way that it's like more video game-esque rather than like like novel-esque or film-esque. So it's something I'm kind of struggling with. It's like I don't exactly know what I want to do first with that. But like I said, I'll talk about that story at some other point. Not tonight, because I have so many ideas that I just don't want to talk about just yet. It's too early in the development phase that it's like I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm just putting that out there just to say that I'm working on stuff relating to a science fiction story with real world elements. But we'll see about that. And then the last thing, like I'm trying to figure out how to like make like a original song. I've been looking into like how to work with like programs and stuff where like I can plug in like a mini keyboard and then like play like on there, but it's like I have to train myself with that, and because I've never really played an instrument before. Like I've messed around with stuff before, and like I'm trying to figure out like how to do that. But when like I'm thinking about that stuff, it's like I don't know if I really want to work on it myself or if I want to hire someone that's more knowledgeable with music making, or if I just want to like say that like I can just find like an instrumental online and then work it with it that way. I don't know. It's like, because there's a lot of ideas for songs that I've had for literal years. Like either it's like nerdcore or like original songs or like dance music or whatever. It's like there's only certain types of music that I really like listen to on a regular basis. Nerdcore is a big one. I'd probably say it's the most listened to genre of music, because there's not many genres that I really like listening to. Like I don't really like listening to rap or country or metal or anything. It's like, not saying that those are bad or anything, it's just not my cup of tea. It's like I don't actively seek out those genres, but I want to make my own songs that are like kind of not really been made before, because it's like what's hard about music making is there's a lot of songs out there that sound really similar to one another, and I don't want that to be kind of something I really want to work on. Like I can sample things, obviously, like many people do it, but it's like I also don't want to deal with the legal issues that people might have or something along those lines, because there's a lot of songs in my head that like I haven't listened to in forever, and then like I start to work on something and then it's like, oh yeah, that was this song or that song. Because it's like there's a lot of things that you don't really think about for years, and then it just comes right back to the forefront. And I don't know why my brain kind of works that way. It just does. It's like I've thought about a lot of things with specifically like music and like animations and TV shows and movies, where it's like I haven't seen them in years, but I remember them vividly. So it's like there's always been a struggle with making original stuff. It's like there's a lot of animations that I'm currently looking into, like Blender and all that stuff. I just need to figure out like what exactly I want to use them for, because I've actively used Blender and at one point Source Filmmaker to try to make animations, but at the time my computer wasn't strong enough to like handle the rendering and the lighting and all that stuff, so I just had to scrap it at one point. So there's just a lot of things, a lot of ideas that I want to make into a reality, and I just struggle to actually execute it, just pull the trigger to get things going. Because once I get the things going and get the snowball rolling, it's like eventually it'll be such a big like snowball that it can cause an avalanche, because all of that ideas and all of that momentum can really benefit me in the long run. But if I don't do it now, like if I don't do it like in the next like year or two, I'm not going to want to do it, because I'm going to be so caught up with all my other goals and priorities and all that stuff, and I'm just not going to have time or resources to actually be able to get it out there. So I'll have more information at some other point down the line, maybe like in a couple months maybe, but at this point in time, it's just all in the development phase. It's all in the brainstorming phase. Just trying to get ideas and like kind of spitballing stuff. Hopefully I'm able to actually get something out this year, like by the end of the year, because we're just about to hit the halfway point. Tomorrow will be July 1st as I'm streaming this, and then actually in about 3 minutes it'll be July 1st as I'm streaming this. Like I need to make something that I'm creatively happy with. And I need to do it for myself. I need to do it for the people that I care about. I need to do it so I can say that I made something that I can call my own. Because I've used so many people's like content and IPs and all that stuff for literal years. Like the main channel is strictly other people's content that I'm just showcasing, really. It's like I'm just playing other people's games and I'm reacting to other people's stuff and all that stuff. And this channel is kind of the same way. So I just posted a video with CG5. I just wanted to do it because it made me laugh. But I'm kind of falling back into that hole creatively when it comes to this channel. Because this channel was supposed to be kind of just like for whatever, really. Like projects and videos and all this stuff, because at one point it was strictly an archive for someone else, but it was always meant to be temporary. It was always meant to be like a very like short-term thing before I rebranded into my own thing, but it just never amounted to anything. So I just had to put my foot down and say that I'm going to remove all this stuff, and I needed to create my own identity in this channel. It's like the whole reason why the image on screen right now is an eclipse and the profile picture of the channel is an eclipse is because I've always had this idea of like, if other people are happy, I'm happy, but it's like the light being taken over by shadow is that's kind of what 2025 has been. That's also kind of an idea I've had where I want to make a story regarding the eclipse bringing the end of the world. But I'll save that for another rainy day. It's just something. So it's always been something I've been interested in. I've only seen 1 or 2 eclipses in my life, if that. I saw one, I think, last year, but I didn't have a good view of it, let's say. But it's always been fascinating. But yeah, it's just I'm just need something to satisfy my creativity, and I'm hoping that I can do it sometime this year, if not next year. So yeah, I wanted to make this year my year to make stuff. It hasn't really like amounted to anything yet, because the first couple months of this year was a little rough regarding my mental health, but it's something I'm working on in the background. So anyways, I'm going to end this here because I need to go to bed. I have to get up early in the morning, but I wanted to just talk about some things, like just ramble a little bit. It's like these late night streams have always been kind of cathartic for me. Just talking, getting the thoughts out of my head, like documenting my life basically. But by the next time I do one of these streams and just talk about projects or things I'm working on, I'll have more details. Last time I did a stream like this, I was talking about a FNAF thing, a Five Nights at Freddy's thing. I haven't worked on it at all since I did that like a month ago or so. Mainly because I haven't really felt any inspiration or motivation to write anything. But I'll probably work on that this month a little bit more, and see how that goes. Because I was talking about potentially having something ready for the anniversary of FNAF, and I just haven't had the motivation to sit down and write anything. I've tried, like I actively tried, like I want to say like a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, to write something, write like a few chapters or whatever. But I just did not have the creative spark, let's say, to do anything with that. So bear with me. I'm gonna try to get something. I can't guarantee anything though. Like I'm not a great writer. Like I can write things for sure, and I can just like write whatever is in my mind. But sometimes I'm not great with wording things. Like I don't ever want to come off as cliched. I don't want to fall into that niche. Like I just don't want to write things that come off as like really stereotypical or anything. And I also don't want to like rip off other people's ideas, because there's a lot of creative people out there, and like I was talking about before, it's like I just don't want to like write something and then remember it's like, oh wait, this is from that. It's like I just don't want that to happen. So we'll see. So anyways, I'm gonna end it here. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm not good with outros, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.